that I got a little bit of the patent information from your dad and my dad, and they came up with a patent for invisible thread. And I have a tremendous quantity of it because we went into manufacturing this invisible thread. And I just wanted to give them a demonstration. They're going to put this on YouTube of the invisible thread.
Okay.
And why is invisible thread important? Because nobody wants to see stitches. I mean, you look at the suit, you want to see a suit, you don't want to see any stitching.
Well, of course.
So I have some in my pocket.
Oh, I'm glad you do, because...
I do. Well, it's hard to find. It's so invisible, but I'm going by feel now. There it is. Okay.
Oh.
There's a reel of invisible thread. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to pull some of the thread off. I'm going to just discard the... I don't care about that. Now, I'm going to break it right there. Now, what you have to do is you have to have an invisible needle to use the invisible thread.
Well, that makes sense.
So what I'm going to do, I have to wet the end of the thread, and then I have to take a needle, invisible needle right here, and I have to go through like this and tie it off, so, you know, and the knot at the end.
The invisible knot.
Right, and then I have a needle with invisible thread. And what I do is you just take the invisible thread and you go through the material like this and you pull on it, and it pulls down like this, and you can go through in the other direction like this and give it a tug. I do this with the kids. My father used to do this.
I remember that.
Yeah. And he told me to carry the torch and tell people about the invisible thread. Now on YouTube, you can tell others and they can enjoy the invisible thread. Okay, how is it done? I'm not going to tell the YouTube audience, but I'll tell these gentlemen with a thumb.
Oh, yeah, that's key. Now,
this is a bum tie to do it with. If I had a nice silk tie like this or a nice tie like that, it would be a lot better.
So, what are some of the other things from Uncle Joe? He had, I remember there were quarters disappearing.
Yeah, he used to make quarters disappear, and he'd always pull them out of your ear.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he used to take a handkerchief and tie it a couple of knots and make it into a squirrel. And he would sit there and he would flick it, and it would be he'd bring life to the handkerchief, and it would jump around. And the kids used to love it. And the other thing he used to do is he had tremendous sensitivity in his fingers, and he could actually feel the numbers on playing cards. And he could actually rub a playing card and tell you whether it was red or black by rubbing it and then looking at the minute quantities of color that was on his fingertip. And he could tell you the color of the card, and he would rub his fingers over the card completely, and he could actually feel the lettering on the card, and he could guess the number of the card. And then what he'd like to do is he would leave the deck of cards there and go away, and then he would turn around and look at everybody, because they'd pick up the cards and they'd start to feel them. And of course, it was a trick. You can't feel the letters on a playing card, but everybody thought you could. And he enjoyed turning around and looking at the people that he performed this trick to, and watch them and just enjoy the fun of it. And that's it. Bye, YouTube. See you all. Anthony.
Thank you.